everybody. Just in case you don't know me, I'm Jenna's and Stuart's little sister. Yeah, he's already my big brother. You know, he loves my kids, helps me out with techie stuff. So here's an official welcome to the family. So let's all raise our glasses to that. So I wouldn't be a good teacher if I didn't start out with a question. So what makes a soulmate? What is one? It's like a best friend, right? Well, Jenna and Stuart already have that covered. They do everything together. They go grocery shopping together. They've been across the country together. They might even shower together. They are the epitome of best friends. But they're also more, you know, because you don't marry every best friend you have. They inspire each other. Jenna might call it nagging. However, this inspires Jenna to be more patient. In turn, she inspires him to be more optimistic. Jenna and Stuart also complement each other very well. She's a good, oh, no, backwards. He's a good cook. And she's a good baker. If you go to their house for dinner, you'll leave stuffed and exhausted by their continuous banter. You might be asking yourself right now, like, damn, where do I get me some of that? Well, they're both taken, so too late. At the end of the day, a soulmate is someone your soul is attached to by destiny, fate, or God. Jenna and Stuart have bonded, defied that bond, and drifted back together again. And in this final union, give themselves over to it. Love each other, protect each other, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Chris, the best man.
My name is Alex, also the best man.
It is our great honor and privilege to be Stuart's two best men.
There has to be two, because Stuart's too good for just one.
Webster's dictionary defines wedding as the fusing of two metals with a hot torch. Well, you know something? I think you and Jenna are two metals. Gold medals.
In all seriousness, today is a very special day, and we would just like to say how beautiful the bridesmaids look, only to be outdone by the bride herself. Chris and I have known Stuart for some time. We are lucky enough to have a friend like him. It's hard to say just how much Stuart means to us, whether it's driving to your apartment in the middle of the night, for you to remove a tick off my dog's neck, or you picking me up at 2 a.m. after an overzealous police officer towed my car. I know you'll be there.
Not only will Stuart drop everything for his friends and family, he also gives great advice, even when you don't ask for it. He is never shy to tell you how it is, good or bad. I had some rough patches in my life, and Stuart was always the first person to give me advice. Whether it was my dating life, us working for the Albany Devils and then getting laid off, or countless times where I was anxious about something, he was always there for support. When it comes to decision making, Stuart always takes his time. He has to research everything, read reviews, and know every possible situation before he makes up his mind. Honestly, I wasn't sure if Stuart would change his mind about the suits again right before the wedding. While it may take a little longer for Stuart to make a decision, when he does, it's usually the right one. And he made the best decision when he decided to go and marry Jenna.
I think we can all agree that Stuart is one lucky guy. I've seen over the years just how happy both of you are together. We are so thrilled for Stuart that he has found an amazing woman to share the rest of his life with. If it wasn't for you, he might still be wearing flip-flops, pajama pants, and a Baja hoodie. Stuart, you are somebody that many people count themselves lucky to have in their lives, not only because of your willingness to help out as a friend, but also you're just a great guy to be around. Jenna, although Stuart is a great guy, we all know he can be difficult at times. So please don't let the thing like his obnoxious gum chewing bother you too much. While you may have accepted marrying a Jesus look-alike, just know that in a couple of years he'll look more like Santa Claus.
That was a good one. Jokes aside, Alex and I are thankful for the times we spent with you. It is through these experiences that we become more than just friends, we become brothers.
We know that you're always there for us, and we hope that you know that we'll always be there for you. Jenna, now that you and Stuart are married, and in the unlikely event that you ever get pulled over at 2 a.m., just know Chris and I are there for you too. Oh, 1 minute.
Got that? Now let's raise a glass and celebrate the good times with Stuart and Jenna. Cheers.
That's right. Put your hands together for Chris and Alex.
The bride and groom have selected a poem by Atticus to be read. Obsession is not love. Infatuation is not love. When someone ignores you or treats you poorly, carelessly, or with indifference, that's not love. That's a lack of love for yourself, for trying to fill your missing pieces with theirs. But when someone is whole, and you are whole, and you act in kindness and benevolence, vulnerability through strength, love becomes an exchange with another person, and that is its truest form. Marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. By making this commitment today, Jenna and Stuart are demonstrating their devotion to each other, dedicating themselves to a life together, and showing the respect they have for one another. By setting forth to honor the vows they have created this day, their lives, which began on separate paths, will be joined as one. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
She gives herself the blessing of her mother and father.
One of my most vivid memories of you is kind of a goofy one. I was walking back to my dorm with Chelsea when we lived in Moreland, so even before we even thought about dating. And when we rounded the corner, you were standing there in just a t-shirt, boxers, and flip-flops. You shook a bag of popcorn at us and said, "Well, hello, ladies." And for whatever reason, maybe it was the way you said it, or that you were just in your boxers holding a bag of popcorn, but we broke out in laughter. I knew then that even if we were just friends for the rest of our lives, you would always make me laugh. And over the years, you've enriched my life through music, shows, movies, and travel. And through the days spent road tripping, or heading into a theater, or even movie nights on the couch, I grew to understand life with you would be full and fun. When we got engaged, I know pretty much everyone here was thinking, finally! And I felt that way too. But over the course of our engagement, I realized I wouldn't change it. The time it took us to get here helped us grow into the people we are today. And it allowed us to enter this lifelong commitment with the deepest intentions and complete clarity. It allowed me to consider the vows I'm going to say to you now very carefully. So, I vow to help you find the joy in life, and on days when we both struggle to see the good, I vow to be a comforting presence. I vow to be grateful for the magic moments you create and to never forget how lucky I am to share those moments with you. I vow to remember that we are on the same team and that as long as we face things together, we will always win. I vow to encourage you to follow your wildest dreams, even if that means maybe one day we'll be spending months apart if you ever become a contestant on Survivor. Finally, I vow to love you deeply, completely, unconditionally, and always.
I was kind of hoping you'd cry so I wouldn't be the only one crying. Okay, let's see if I can get through this. I'll start with I love you, because everything I read said to make sure you don't forget to say it, so I'll do it now. I love you. Some places said to say what I love about you, but that would take too long. It would include things like your inspiring work ethic, how loving you are as a person, how generous you are as a person, and your determination to be a better version of yourself every day. But we don't have time for it, so I'll just talk about us. When we moved in across the hall from each other in 2010, no one could have imagined that 12 years later, we'd be standing here and instead of a hallway between us, it's an aisle. A year later, we moved in together with a few of our friends, and one night I offered to be your date to protect you. Now 10 years and about 2 weeks later, I stand here not pretending to be your date, but promising to be your date for the rest of our lives. We've been through so many things to prepare us for this moment, to prepare us to be as strong as we are, to take on the challenge of life, navigating careers, homes, growing a family, and growing old. All things difficult, but all things I am excited and confident to take on with you by my side. Like many people here know, I can't make decisions easily, but asking you to marry me was the easiest decision I've ever made. We've gone to school together, lived in 4 different apartments, we've driven across country, seen countless sporting events and concerts, explored numerous cities, and as much as we've done, it isn't anything compared to what the future holds. I am so excited to spend the rest of my life exploring and growing with you. I vow to always put food on the table for you and our family by cooking dinner or helping you cook dinner, or as you call it, micromanaging you cooking dinner.
It's true.
I vow to suggest pizza or ice cream whenever I think you might want it. I vow to be 100% all in, and I vow to not let fights linger. I vow to plan adventures for us, and I vow to love you forever, even when people are not looking. We've been through a lot, we'll be through more, but we'll do it together. You allow me to be who I truly am and make me feel loved every single day, and I vow to do the same for you. I love you. I got through that okay.
Long time for this night. Long time. Give it up for the right now to Mr. and Mrs. Stuart+Jenna.
First of all, on behalf of Lisa and myself, I want to thank everybody for coming and enjoying this day with us. We wanted it to be special for Jenna and Stu, and it couldn't be special without all of you folks here. So thank you very much for being here. When Jenna asked me if I wanted to say something, I've been giving a lot of thought. And to be honest with you, most of what I was going to say, they said in their vows. And I think that is a real reflection on where the relationship has grown to, how mature it is. It also gives us optimism that things are going to be great with them. So I think you guys knocked that out of the park. Great job. So the only thing I want to say to Jenna and Stu is focus on what you said in your vows, and remember, you're always going to be growing. It's not always going to be great unless you guys accept the fact that bad is great. It's just a different kind of great. You got to work through it. All right? So I hope everybody dances a lot, enjoys themselves. And again, thank you for being here. Love y'all.
So most nights your mama's gonna tuck you in. When you're missing me, look at the stars up there. I'll be wishing on the same
Jenna, please take Stuart's hand and repeat after me. I take you as you are.
I take you as you are,
Loving who you are.
loving who you are.
I promise from this day forward
I promise from this day forward
to be grateful for our love and our life,
to be grateful for our love and our life,
to be generous with my time, my energy, and my affection,
to be generous with my time, my energy, and affection,
to be patient with you and myself,
to be patient with you and myself,
to fill our life with adventure and our home with laughter,
to fill our life with adventure and our home with laughter,
to inspire you to grow as an individual,
to inspire you to grow as an individual,
to love you completely.
to love you completely.
These things I pledge to you.
These things I pledge to you.
Stuart, please continue to take Jenna's hand and repeat after me. I take you as you are,
I take you as you are,
loving who you are.
loving who you are.
I promise from this day forward
I promise from this day forward
to be grateful for our love and our life,
to be grateful for our love and our life,
to be generous with my time, my energy, and my affection,
to be generous with my time, my energy, my affection,
to be patient with you and myself,
to be patient with you and myself,
to fill our life with adventure and our home with laughter,
to fill our life with adventure and our home with laughter,
to inspire you to grow as an individual,
to inspire you to grow as an individual,
to love you completely.
to love you completely.
These things I pledge to you.
These things I pledge to you.
Jenna and Stuart, inasmuch as you have pledged yourself one to the other by the exchange of vows and rings, I, Jeremy Hansen, by virtue of the powers vested in me, do hereby pronounce you to be husband and wife. Stuart, you may now kiss your bride. Friends and family, Mr. and Mrs. Stuart Seidel.
get lost in your deep blue eyes, like a shell in the sea. I fall in love over and over when you're looking at me. I think about all the work we've done and all that will be. Through all of the hard and the good times, it's you and me. Time moves slowly when I'm with you. Nothing better than this. We could be forever. Just never give up, never give up on this one life together. 'Cause you are my love, you are my first love. I remember when you told me I was the one. Through the years as we picked up the pieces, our love